Hello and good evening to DefiChain News on the 15th December 2021, the news show that provides you with the latest updates to the DefiChain project. My name is Lord Mark and I'm happy to be your host tonight. If you like the show, then go crazy on the like button, smash it hard. It doesn't hurt you and it helps our project dramatically. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We saw that a lot of our viewers are still not subscribed and most likely miss some of our shows. Before we start in the actual topics of today, I would like to welcome my co-host and co-moderator, DC. DC, how are you tonight? I hope still everything
Hi,
fine
Mark.
in Germany.
Right, everything fine. Yeah, the last mile before Christmas on work, but yeah, fine. Thanks.
Cool, absolutely amazing. It's our, I don't want to say too much, but it's our last show of this year, and we still have a lot of new topics. I thought it's gonna get more quiet after the launch of the decentralized assets, but there's
Oh,
still so much in the pipeline and so much crazy stuff happening. So I think we jump right in and talk about what we're gonna discuss tonight. So first topic is gonna be there was a glitch on CoinMarketCap that caused a little bit commotion and confusion in the crypto space last night.
second topic, we will have a look on the current dToken pools and their state.
Okay, and combined to that, there's a little bit of premium on our decentralized assets, and we wanna talk what are we gonna do against those.
DefiChain Lightwallet, there were two updates and we will have a look on it.
Absolutely, and then our website, our landing page, DefiChain.com, got a little bit an update and some refreshing new touch.
And the last topic, as a regular point, update from the community project, what happened there.
Okay, and last but not least, we're gonna tell you when we're gonna be back after our Christmas and New Year's Eve break. Good
So,
guys.
CoinMarketCap.
Yo, CoinMarketCap. Oh, that was a little bit a crazy story last night, right? So I thought we are rich DC. We can stop working here on DefiChain News. I mean, we are not really working here. We're doing this as volunteers. But yeah, so the well-known page CoinMarketCap, I think is the largest one in the crypto space. At least I think it's the largest one. I grew up with that one more or less. Had a glitch, and Bitcoin was unbelievable, 798 billion dollars worth at that time. Awesome, actually. I mean, retirement, job cancelled, everything done and dusted until we figured out it was a glitch. Every other asset had about the same price. I don't know what the DeFi chain price was. DC, do you
Mm.
remember? But it must
No,
have been
but
like 10.
even the stable coins were far away from $1.
Okay, so that was kind of a giveaway that there was something wrong, right? If Tether is a
Yeah,
$1 billion or something like this.
yeah.
Yeah. So it had a slight impact also on our system, and I think we didn't want to mention that because we want to make fun of CoinMarketCap. I think they do a great job out there normally, but the problem is CoinMarketCap is also part of our Oracle. They are normally a very reliable service, and their price feed is also feeded into some into our Oracle solution that we've got out there, but of course it kind of made the whole prices a little bit go crazy. And then there's a security mechanism in our blockchain. If the price changes larger than 30% in a certain period of time, then actually all vaults are halted. Why is it like this? Imagine, guys, the price goes up like crazy, the price goes down like crazy. You don't want to be liquidated because there's a data error coming out of the oracles, and then the
Mm.
whole system is halted, and nobody can get liquidated, and your funds are safe. And after a certain time, if everything is checked and cleared, then the vaults are kind of released again and are fully operating. Did I explain that the
Yeah,
right way, DC?
yeah. And it happened in this way. It was a little bit exciting if it really works on price going up. Yeah, down, it's clear. You don't want to be liquidated because of a single misinterpretation of a data, a spike or something else. It was interesting if it also works upwards, but yeah, the walls were holded and released a few hours later. So everything back to normal. It was a nice test of the algorithm. And on the other side, I think the developers will now have a look on the Oracle price calculation, how they can improve it.
Absolutely. I mean, funny enough, right? We said everybody was most likely thinking what happens if the price drops dramatically. Most
Yeah.
likely, most people didn't think that that's a good thing to have if the price goes up dramatically. But yeah, it worked, right? So it was like somebody pulled the emergency brake and we figured out the emergency brake's working. So we know that already gives us a little bit more safety feeling in the whole
Mhm.
system, of course.
Okay, then we directly jump into the second topic, current state of the dToken pools. So, or overall the vaults and loans also, we have now locked over 250 million US dollar in the vaults, and they generated nearly 90 million US dollar in tokens, in dTokens. So it's a pool rate or a vault ratio of nearly 300%. So nearly the double. If all there are 150 minimum ratio, so nearly the double is put into the vaults. 53 million DFI are used in these vaults. And that's the current state. So we saw a ramp up very fast beginning of last week. We were also over 300 million, but then we saw this price decrease. It goes down, it goes a little bit up. Now it's moving slightly down. That's the current state. So what's happening next? Yeah, the title of the show. What's next? I expect still some inflow of funds into the vaults, generating tokens and participating in the liquidity mining, because the current incentive of the reward rate over 250 million, 250% is still high. Yeah,
It's crazy.
even
It's
everyone has
crazy
now,
high. It's crazy
yeah,
high.
yeah, but the people have in mind 1000% and above, so that we will never reach again. But even this rate is really crazy. Yeah.
I put 1,000% in a compound calculator yesterday, and I can't remember.
1000.
Yeah, 1,000% because I wanted to see how if you daily compound, how does that look like? And it's a number that I cannot even spell out the right way, right?
Mm-hmm.
200 or 300% are already 18,000% or something. No, it's 18x. So 300%
18x.
compounded is
Okay.
18x. It's crazy. And 200% is still 7x or something, right? So these are still high numbers. I think if you do the math, then you can figure out you don't need
Mm-hmm.
1,000%, just compounds. That does the trick for
Yeah.
you actually at the end. Yo,
Yeah.
what do we expect? How many millions we gonna have? I've got no feeling.
Hard to
Hard to
say. Depends
predict,
a
right?
lot. Depends a little bit on the overall market. You know, if the complete crypto market is now going down, also the vault value will go down. Yeah, will be interesting what's
Absolutely right.
happening.
Yeah. I still expect when we meet each other beginning of January that it's gonna be higher than today. That's my feeling. So yeah, let's keep fingers crossed that we go the right direction.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons for sure why adoption is maybe, if you wanna say so, is maybe slower than expected, even there were no real expectations set. I think one of the things is we have a certain premium on our decentralized assets. And some of you might have expected that, some of you might not have expected that. There's for sure one thing that most people didn't expect so much. dUSD, our kind of stable coin, if you want to call it like this, is very stable, but is stable trading about 30% above the US dollar. So now a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people say, hey, what's wrong? Is there an issue? Is there a problem? No, there's no issue. There's no problem. The thing is that a lot of people kind of had that's my personal interpretation of the situation, thought this whole vault and loan structure is a little bit complex and I have to tie up some capital to put into the collateral of the loan and over collateralize. So that binds kind of capital. And a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
said, why should I do this? Why should I make it complicated? Why do I not just buy the D assets on the DEX on our decentralized exchange. And also the cake users did this. And so a lot of people bought the USD. And if a lot of people buy something and the demand is higher than the supply, then the price goes up. And that's where we are. And it's very hard to push it down because you need a lot of people who mint the USD. So
Mhm.
to get this in control, to make it easier. It's not wrong, it's just not really simple to do, to have it like it is at the moment. There was a very interesting Twitter space hosted by Julian yesterday, and we had 500 people attending, and there was a great discussion. What are the ideas? How can we bring the price down? There's a proposal, an idea from Balthasar. DC contributed a great idea, and there was a hefty discussion, very constructive, I have to say. And we are now really going into a new Twitter space tomorrow where we're going to continue this discussion, and then there's going to be a proposal, and there's going to be a voting, and after the voting is going to be implementation. So where it takes us, we will see. Don't miss the Twitter space. It's in English tomorrow. Time, I don't know. Watch our Twitter channel, then you will.
It's fixed now.
Ah, you know it.
It's
Okay, when is it?
yeah,
Is it
three
3:30?
3:30
Okay,
German time or
3:30
Europe
German
time.
time. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
yeah, 10:30 Singapore or 9:30 somewhere else
Hmm.
in Asia. Cool. Okay, awesome, awesome news. Thanks, DC. Good. Yeah, so much about the premiums on D assets. There's
Hmm.
gonna be some changes for sure in the near future.
Okay, then we will have a look on the Light wallet. There were two updates between the last show and today, with some nice new feature or some improvements regarding the usability. So now the Light wallet also supports multi-address. What
Mm,
it means?
cool.
At the beginning, you only have one DFI address of the Light wallet. Now you can generate a new one and use the second, third, and so on, like in the old desktop wallet. So if you want to provide an address for someone else, you can generate a new one to deposit there the funds. Also, the vault labels were a little bit adapted and improved. So I think it was only at risk, active, and halted or empty. Now it's a little bit different from the visualization, and to better distinguish what's the current state of your vaults. So it's a usability feature, a little bit adaptation here. There was an issue, or is still an issue on the blockchain regarding loan repayment. If you want to complete payback a loan, there was an error that, or not an error, an issue that if you want to pay back your loan, including the accumulated interest, and in between there's a new block, the interest will change slightly, and the amount you put into the transaction to pay back was not enough, and it was not possible to pay back more than your loan and interest was. And that's now fixed or adapted. Even with the Light wallet, you can now pay back more than the overall sum is, and the part which is too much to pay back interest and loan will be refunded into your wallet. So it will come back to your address, and the complete loan should now be paid back. If it's still not working, for example, a partly repayment, try it again. The issue is that in between there's a block coming in and change the interest and or it's the interest value. The developers are working on it, but it will need a change on the blockchain side, from my understanding.
There was also something that I experienced this year. I don't know if you experienced the same. Repaying loans with dUSD worked always without any problem.
Okay.
It was more all the other D assets. Don't ask me why, I've got no idea. So if you're really scared that you are close to liquidation, and so you shouldn't be so close that you have to repay a loan in the last second. But if that really happens, I think paying back the dUSD first, I think is a good way, because I had a very high success rate with that. That maybe gets you
Mhm.
out of the danger zone, and then play around until the other loans. Yeah, you never know, right? Emergency solutions. But maybe it's better not to go that close to liquidation, but just worst case,
Okay.
try the DUSD first. I don't know why. This is also
Yeah.
the
Also,
asset, right? I mean, I don't know why this works so easy.
yeah, that's all what I heard. The USD is working.
Okay.
I don't know why. but the solution cannot be creating a dUSD loan in case of emergency payback. It sounds a
Hey,
little bit strange.
I haven't seen it like this actually. That's actually an extra safety buffer. That's not a good solution. I agree on
No.
that.
Yeah, so they are working on it and searching for a solution. A smaller or a minor update was also that you now can make pools as your favorite on the DEX page in the Light Wallet, and they will come first in the order when you scroll down. So the favorites are the topmost one, so that you have not scrolled down to the last one if you participate in this. And you can search on pools. I think it's a nice feature because in the new year we will add more and more dTokens, and the list is getting longer and longer.
Oh,
So we need
absolutely.
here some improvements of individual sorting and searching.
I would even prefer if I could sort it in the way that I want it. Not even favorites. I don't know if that's possible. But
Mm.
yeah, we have 16 now, and we have the crypto pool pairs, right? So
Yeah,
and
over
then we've
20.
and then we've got 50 or something. So it's gonna be a little bit
Mm.
messy on the small application. So, okay,
Yeah.
now let's see. I'm sure they're gonna figure something really smart out.
Mhm.
Cool. Any other updates on the wallets,
No,
or
that
that's
was
it?
all,
Okay.
and they are still working on it. So what's next? I think they are working on the Light Wallet. If you have some ideas for improvement, let the developers know. So post it on Reddit or better places, even GitHub, because that's the tool of the developers. Place your ideas there. It will help to make the product better because the developers has a very special view. It's only one view. It's not maybe the view we need on the product side. So place improvement ideas
Good point. Good
somewhere.
point. Come and help to improve. Don't be frustrated if not every idea is implemented. But I think a lot of ideas are very welcome, and I think a lot of the changes that are done are also coming out of feedback from the
Yeah.
community already. Cool. Guys, there was a little bit criticism on our DefiChain.com website. People said it's aged and you don't find the latest information. And like DC, like you said before, it's like kind of our business card. That's the first thing people normally Google and end up with. It got refreshed a little bit over the last days. There's more actual information up there now. It looks fresher and cleaner. I think that's not the final design to be expected
No.
over the next couple of weeks. I personally hope that we're gonna get even more information up there. Like you said, it's our information portal, but it looks definitely better than the weeks or months before. Also, that we said, what's next, guys? If you have great ideas, if you're especially missing something, if you say that has to be on that website,
Mm.
because you as an investor, you as a fan, you as a crypto specialist miss this information, please send the information to the team, put it on Reddit, on GitHub, wherever, voice it out because at the end of the day, this is a product designed for you. And if you miss something and you think that's an awesome idea, really like DC said before, also with the wallet, come across and say, hey guys, why do we not those
Mhm.
things? I think it's very welcome. Cool. So much about the website, DC.
Okay, then last point before the dates. Community projects. What happened there? One regular point here is DefiChain income. So Igor is working hard on his website, providing information regarding your income out of DefiChain. Now he put a statistic on his own website. How many users are there? How many addresses are tracked? So that you can see a lot of people are using it. Thousands, not only a few one. It's a really great community project. He also included a kind of arbitrage view between the DEX and exchanges or the Oracle price feed in kind of the dTokens because they are not listed on external changes. He fixes some charts of the new pools so that it's now correct or correcter than before, and also a big improvement regarding this radar diagram on the main page where you can see your holdings in the wallet. It's now a little bit more separated between the the kind where you deposited the coin. So it's divided into vault DFI and normal wallet DFI. So that you can see how many of your DFI are now locked in the vault.
It's very funny that you mentioned this radar view, right? So I find that the most confusing part of the page, to be honest. I think it's really clever. Don't get me wrong. I just
Yeah.
struggled to understand the information in the first moment. I just found it gets more colorful and more colorful with the more and more pool pairs.
Okay. Totally right. A radar view is not the easiest diagram
Right?
for
Okay.
for stepping in, but you can, if you're familiar with it, you directly see a lot of information on the first view.
I agree. But at the
It's
beginning, you look at it and think, holy
yeah,
moly, what's
yeah.
that,
What
right?
is this? Okay, let's jump to the next community project, Dobby. It's a new one from the last voting round. They are not published yet, so they are planning a beta launch for their product. But currently, more than 1,000 walls are using Dobby to track the current ratio with an asset behind more than $100 million worth. So more than 800 users found out how to use Dobby to track the walls. The idea of the project is that you can put in an address and you get Telegram messages if a threshold of the pool ratio is hit on the way down, and informs you here your wallet needs fresh collateral or attention. You will be now liquidated. It's a nice tool coming from from the community.
I haven't tried it yet because you just said that, you get a message that you've been liquidated.
You are too late.
You're too late, sorry, you're too late. You've been liquidated. You've been terminated. Hopefully not. I really need that. So guys, I think this is who are these guys?
It's the same from
A
Masternode
Masternode. Okay, the
monitors,
Master.
or Michael Fuchs,
Michael Fuchs is it?
and
Okay,
from the Telegram bot, Adrian. They are working together on
okay.
Dobby. They can be found in all the Telegram channels. So get in
So
contact if you want to
get in touch
participate.
and join the party before it's too late. I need and Michael and Adrian, I need one of these dobbies uh, on my Telegram. Cool.
Okay, a short but important update regarding DFX. DFX now launched the fiat off-ramp. So in the
Hey,
past, you can
congratulations.
enter the DFI or DeFi chain system via bank transfer. So you put your money on a bank account and they buy DFI and deposit into your wallet. And now the way back is also possible. You are sending DFI to an address and they will send you the fiat money onto your bank account.
Cool.
So
Sounds good.
great change. And the last point was from you.
Yeah,
Maybe you want to.
last but not least, DefiChain helps. Balthasar, that really came in last minute. We just squeezed it in here. So they canceled another 90 carbon credits via the Del Agua Tubejo NESA project in Rwanda. I hope I didn't slaughter the name completely, but they still keep pushing forward to making DefiChain CO2 neutral, contributing to fighting climate change. And other blockchains for sure will follow suit. So it's really time to get carbon neutral. And I think it's a great attempt to make a difference here, especially with all these discussions about blockchain is killing our planet because mining costs too much energy. And so I think that's awesome. And it was also a community project out there for the people out there who don't know that. And I like these things. It's a gives the thing a different touch. Well done, Balthasar and team. Hey, last but not least, before I get the dates wrong again. So we're gonna see each other on the 12th of January 2022. We're gonna go on extended Christmas and New Year's vacation. That means we are not gonna be online for the next 3 weeks. You can still reach us on one or the other social media channels, most likely on Telegram. There's also going to be a Twitter space tomorrow. DC, are you joining tomorrow? Have you got?
No chance.
It's no chance. Okay, that's really a pity. Yeah, that would have been awesome. But guys, there've been 500 people yesterday. I expect there's gonna be a similar number, hopefully tomorrow. Also, take really contribute with your ideas on Telegram, Reddit, Twitter, to come up with your ideas. We want to get to a solution pretty close. Again, we take a break for 3 weeks. We see you in 3 weeks. And yeah, what can we say? Merry Christmas. It's a bit early for Merry Christmas, but still,
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Stay healthy. What else, DC? Invest wisely.
So
Don't lose your wallets. Don't lose your head.
relax a little bit,
Yeah,
but
good idea.
in the DeFi chain ecosystem, it's it's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, it's hard. But it
It
was
will,
last year the same, right? Liquidity mining started somewhere before
yeah,
Christmas,
as
and
nearly same time. So it was the same. Like
similar spectacular times, right?
yeah,
But like you
yeah.
said, maybe you don't have to work so hard, then you've got more time for your family and for
Mhm.
your dTokens. Enjoy the time, enjoy the ride. Hope everything's gonna go well, and then see you all back beginning of 2022. Thank you so much for being a big part of our journey. Without it wouldn't have been possible. We've done half a year now, and we're really still enjoying it. See you next year. Thank you very much, and see you if you're still here live for a couple of questions after a short break. Thank you very much,
Right.
and bye bye.